Hi guys. So I have pulled 4 cards and I've set up a little pick a card here. And my focus was, the question was, for people who've been disappointed in relationships or who are in separation from their twins, what should their focus be right now? So take a moment, focus in, pick a card, and we'll get started. Okay, number 1. The card I've picked is equanimity. So equanimity, you see here there's a sapphire, and it's the 2 of crystals. Now this tarot deck has slightly different interpretations from the traditional tarot. It's more to help you, to be a guide in life. So traditionally, the 2 of crystals, I think, would be 2 of swords. This is about mentality, this is about thoughts, but this is also about balance. 2 is definitely about balance. So the message with this card is to establish balance, maintain your balance. That could be a mental balance, physical balance. It could be a good time for you to apply for a job or a certificate or something to achieve some balance in your life. It maybe emphasizes juggling things or taking things one step at a time till you can balance. But balance is the emphasis here. The word at the top, equanimity. So equanimity is the result of being self-aware. So self-awareness is important here. This awareness can mean watching from a distance, so sort of removing yourself, which is similar to the 2 of swords, which is, protecting yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and kind of taking time out. So balance and level-headedness. Keep your center, number 1. That's what you've got to do right now. Okay? All right. So number 2, we have 3 of Wands. Compassion. Now in the traditional tarot, 3 of Wands is sort of a card of action. It says you have the upper hand. And look, we've got a hand here, so that's kind of cool. You have the upper hand, but the element of compassion here is first, primary, right? So what this card is saying is have compassion for yourself, compassion for others. It also indicates maybe some healing, maybe getting a massage or Reiki, like healing with hands, whether you're doing it for others or whether someone does it for you. That's indicated here. And definitely having eyes of compassion and understanding. Perhaps you need to understand your situation a bit better, have some compassion for all the players involved. I can't be certain. The 3 of Wands definitely tells me that you would favor action right now. You would want action, but that action is not here yet. You might be waiting on that action. So while you're waiting, have compassion for yourself and for others. Maybe get a massage, give a massage, and definitely, maybe do some charity. But definitely, that's what's called for at the moment, number 2. Okay? So now number 3, balance. Now this is a major arcana, and this card correlates with the strength card in the traditional tarot. And when I get the strength card, I always tell people that they need to imagine that they are like a person taming a lion with their bare hands. And how would you do that? You would have to be patient. You would have to be repetitive. You'd have to hold your ground. You'd have to know when to stop. When you're training an animal, you have to use all your skills and resources, and you have to be careful. But patience and consistency is the main thing. So with balance, number 8, if we think about the numeral 8, the numeral 8 definitely it has a balance. It's equal on both sides. It's got 2 loops. That's the balance. That's the kind of the eternity symbol. But with this card in particular, it's got some really interesting messages, since it's designed for growth and to help people on their journey. So we see here, balance is the law of action and reaction. And so for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. That's physics, right? But that's what they want you to think about with this card. Balance is a dance, like a Libra-like mental adjustment. So Libra, Libras always want to balance things out. They like things to be balanced and calm and beautiful. Well, this is the focus here. Keep a flexible mind and be capable of adapting. So that's also a message here. You can be both analytical and creative, mathematical and poetic, intellectual and dreamy, decisive and reflective. So there's a sword here, and there's a diamond which has many facets. So if you pick this card, you're sharp-minded. They already know that. They're saying that here. And you can penetrate all sides of the issue. You want to balance things out. But here's the message. Here's the caveat. Judge with fairness. Act with fairness. Be fair on all sides. Use your mind and your heart and your body and your spirit. Be fair to all sides of yourself. And seek equality in relationships and have a sense of proportion in your life. So the negative side of the balance card is that you can maybe be over judgmental or critical. So you're cautioned to really be careful of that. And you keep things in, your compulsion to keep things in order might prevent you from living the full spectrum of life with passion. So definitely seek out what you're passionate about. Try not to be overly critical and judgmental. This is sort of a similar card to the Two of Crystals, except that it's a little bit further reaching in that it asks you to analyze the situation and to be fair about it. Okay? So number 4, we've got Fortune. Fortune, this corresponds to the Wheel of Fortune. Now, when I get the Wheel of Fortune in a traditional tarot, it's always telling me things are unclear right now. Things are unclear right now. You don't know where things are headed, and you're going to have to go with the flow. That's number 1. But in this card, we see the figure here, the doll, that has all these treasures. And the message of this card is focus on your business. Focus on material. Focus on that, but be careful not to overly focus in terms of getting obsessed with money or property or what have you. But it does say focus on the energy exchange of wealth. As it goes out and comes in, it's an ebb and flow. It circulates. It comes back to you. You put it out, it comes back. That's what you should focus on. Focus on that fortune. Focus on that business. Focus on the aspect of the universe that circulates that wealth. And let's see what else. Let's see. You're constantly recycling the wealth of the universe. By giving away what you've created, you allow new opportunities to come in. This turnover creates abundance for yourself and others. You're rewarded for your sharing on all levels of being. So it definitely says be opportunistic, be entrepreneurial, be resourceful, turn negative into positive, spin your ideas around so you can find a way. Definitely seizing opportunities, taking risks like a matador, being optimistic, being lucky. But it doesn't, the negative side of the fortune is you're subject to delusions of grandeur. So be careful of that. You might crash. You can get caught up in material riches, and then you won't have your spiritual progress. So enough is never enough. So in your pursuit of riches, don't be exploitative or manipulative, but definitely pursue that right now. It's going to give you rewards, because as you seize these opportunities and you put wealth out there and receive wealth, you will have some sort of a progress. Okay, so those are the messages for today, guys. Thank you so much. Like, share, and subscribe. I hope this resonated for you. Bye.